Good afternoon, folks. How is everyone? As always, I hope you're doing well. You know, you're my people and I love you. I always want you to be the big three. Welcome to another Stout Sunday. Today, we're going to take a look at one from Mother-Earth-Brew Company. This is their milk-truck-latte-stout, vanilla, coffee, lactose, oats. 5.8 is the ABV. Brewed and canned by Mother-Earth-Brew Company, Vista, California, and Nampa, Indiana. Idaho. Let's just put a little picture of a potato on there, maybe. Ale with natural flavor added, contains lactose, standard bullshit government warning, leave no trace, please recycle, and Brewers Association Independent Craft Beers. This came from the boys' house. Apparently got left here on Christmas, so I thought we would take a look. The Genesis date is 5/3/23. Okay, well, it's in a can. How bad can it go? To be fair, don't know how it was stored. I will tell you what I do know, though. Cans have spray liners in them because aluminum is toxic. Really not good for you. And so they spray it with plastic, which is also toxic. Not really good for you, which is why I prefer bottles most of the time. Always clean your cans. Unless you have like Superman immune system or something. Always a good idea to get the crud out of the crevices. You guys doing okay? Now that we're in the new year, Happy New Year, by the way. There's just some funk in the very, very bottom. There we go. All right, so 5.8 is the ABV, 30 are the IBUs. She got a 3.86 on Untapped, but we shall make our own judgments. Our signature dark ale is the best part of waking up. Okay, somebody might have a problem. Just throwing it out there. Opaque in appearance, but with a marshmallow softness. Probably better than that s'mores we did recently that didn't have a whole lot of marshmallow going on. That's a pretty beer, dude. I wish I had this in nitro. We use specially chosen roasted malts to impart a non-astringent darkness that laces the glass from your mouth and your mouth from the first sip, accentuated by the use of vanilla, lactose, and a heavy dose of oats. This big-bodied stout further impresses by finishing with a rich coffee aroma. Okay, well, it said latte, and I kind of believe that lattes are like fake coffees, right? Because you have to put all the adjuncts and shit in there. But we will find out. So, look at that head. Oh, she is pretty, and I'm actually kind of surprised. I would have expected her to be couple of shades darker towards coffee than she is. She's very, very light. We shall see. You know what? We're going to do the temp and the SRM, and while we're doing that, we're going to throw this out there because it just goes with it, and I love to piss off Screw Tube. Especially since I get it from them. Yep, that's right. That song's 34 seconds long. They never take their foot off the gas pedal. All right, let's get a look at that head. That should give you a nice look right there. Very, very pretty. She is starting separate out. Just go into kind of like a Swiss cheesy mode. I should probably double check the camera and make sure I'm not shooting a little too low, and yes we are, and now we're back. Yes, I have to turn the camera off because it gets distracting, and then I don't look at you, I look at the screen, and well, it alienates people. Nice though, interesting. Shall we light her up? I get the feeling this thing's going to be like a 95 or a 99. Oh, actually, yeah, I guess about 95, 96. I'm getting cherry, but not mahogany through the stem. Yeah, I'm going to squadoosh through the bowl. That's super high beam. And not cutting anything. No sense in lighting up the foam, that doesn't do anything. Yeah. So, well, like a 96. We can cut through the stem. We've had a couple of those recently where we weren't even getting through the stem, man. I mean, they were dark. They were as dark as my sense of humor. All right, Biden time. Let's get a sniffer in there, see what's going on. Yeah, I know we're going to get a snooter full of coffee, but judge not lest you be judged, right? Now, I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. I'm not a bitter person. I've covered this in the past. Now, that nose smells like, I want to say French roast. That's the one where they roast them really black. Not so much espresso. But the one that's really dark without having a really rich aroma. I grew up around coffee drinkers, and half my family's Italian, so we little tiny demi-tasse cup Italians. There's almost that chocolate note to the roast on the malts. So, again, it's that coffee nose, like, I want to say French is the one that's really roasted. It doesn't have the richness that you associate with it. That makes sense? I know there's, like, super coffee aficionados out there who can clear that up, but it's the best I can do for you. Let's slipper the tongue, my friends. It's lacing already. We got there. Well, it looks like a horse. And maybe a drone, space alien, or a bird. And a humpback whale, maybe? And I don't know what that thing is. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. Solo. Coffee. Now, because they say latte and lactose and vanilla, we're not getting brutally assaulted, right? So there are some coffee beers that are just quite literally coffee masquerading as beer. This isn't horrible. This actually has a kind of interesting. So when I said on the nose, she didn't have that rich, full punch that you get from a really rich, dark roast. It transfers to the flavor profile. She doesn't have that slap in the face you get from a full, rich, heavy coffee. Kind of surprising. Comes in, roof of the mouth, intradentals, nothing extra, nothing buccal, nothing sublingual. Virtually no tongue involvement. She's bitter, but 30 IBUs is dealable. She comes in as coffee, then you hit that middle note where the coffee kind of fades, but you're getting the oats, basically, right? Oats? Yeah. You're getting the oats in the middle note where it smooths out. The coffee dies down. And then when it gets to the back of the throat, you're back to like a really light coffee. Scusi. She's kind of interesting in that way. And she's really not horrible for a coffee. She does need to warm up, though. We had her at 49, which is going to be way too cold for a beer in this color, in my opinion. You do you, what do I care? But we're going to let her warm up, and we will come back and see if she's going to show us anything new and interesting. You know, maybe like a landscape with that weird bird flying over it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I got nothing. All right, so we're going to pause, going to let it warm up. We will be back. I will see you in just a second, my friends. Yes, I have to look down so that I can bring the camera back up so that I can do this. All right, my friends, we are back. Let's see what we got going on here. I got 56. So we went up 7 instead of 6, unless we were at 50, in which case we went up 6. Let's see what she's going to do for us now. So now the coffee nose is up. It's a little fuller. Again, not super rich, which is kind of surprising. Then again, maybe not. Maybe the oats are kind of denuding it. Denuding it? Go with denuding. I was going to say metering it, but that's the wrong word. A slip of the tongue. All right, thinner, faster, intradental, soft palate, right to the back now. She's become a fast beer. Not surprising at the temperature. She's still not overly bittered. Chalking out my teeth, though. And we've lost that flavor shift. That coffee into the oats, back into the coffee. Now she's straight coffee all the way back. But she's a really, really light coffee. Like, mediated was the word I was looking for. Like a latte, where you dump all the extra crap in there. You know, as far as coffees go, and I don't particularly favor coffee in general, this really isn't that bad. But, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pause, we're going to warm up again, and we will come back and see what she's going to show us when she's up in the 60 range, because she's dark, and so we want to try her warm to see what she is. We shall return in just a moment. Alrighty, folks, we're back. We're back. I got her somewhere between 60 and 62, depending on the probe. So, let's sniff her in there. We'll go all Biden on this, see what's going on. About where we were in the 55 zone. So, definitely more coffee forward. That whole vanilla, yeah, it's all buried under the coffee now. Let's slip it a tongue. All right, so let's call her 61. She is fast. The coffee has once again kind of backed off a little until it gets to the back end. I would guess her, as she's bittered up considerably now to be more than 30. I would have put her at about a 45. Yeah, so she tastes like coffee. We weren't expecting a whole hell of a lot otherwise, but she tastes like coffee now. So, she's good for the style. She's better than most coffee beers that we've drank, so yes. Is she interesting in the approved temperature range? She actually kind of is. She has that coffee and then the oats modifying everything, just kind of tamping that coffee down and then coming back on in the back in coffee. And in the lower temperature, she's probably about a 30 in the IBUs. As she warms up, she just becomes another coffee beer. Now, if you like coffee beer, okay, good for you. But this is better than most coffee beers I've drank because I don't like coffee. The lactose, the lactose and the oats, I think, have kind of moderated the flavor to a point where she's, I don't want to say acceptable, because for me, I don't drink coffee beers, man. But if you're not one of these psychopaths who think that I'm old, my parents were older than I was, and we had a percolator that sat on the stove. And my father could drink coffee that would literally melt spoons. Take the paint off the stuff? Pfft, please. Literally melt spoons. But he was a milk and sugar guy, and mom was just a milk person. This is not like that. So that this has been brought down to a tone down, if you will, to a more acceptable kind of range. Now, again, if you're the type of sociopath that could drink the same type of coffee my parents drank, but drank it black, this isn't going to work for you. If you could drink black battery acid for breakfast in the morning, probably not going to work for you. It's not going to have enough punch. That being said, so yeah, good for the style. Semi-interesting flavor profile. Other than that, nothing really impressive. So we'll give her a 4 1/4. I think that's fair. Would I buy the Sked? No. Would I drink the Sked? No. Oh, God, no. Coffee beer. People are insane. If you handed this to me out of the cooler, I would hand it right back to you, because coffee beer. There's bacon and egg beer out there, and I'm waffling on whether or not I even want to consider trying that, because while everything's better with bacon, how the hell do you put bacon and eggs in a beer? And then why doesn't it have toast? Why didn't you toast the malts so you can have bacon, eggs, and toast, and get the it's acetyl something, and it gives it that buttery flavor. Yeah, throw that in there too. No, 4 1/4 is fair. I would hand this right back to you. So there's no shot in hell I would buy this or drink this. And would I try it on tap? Sure. In a short, just literally give me about that much, but it really doesn't interest me at all. So that's what I got for you. Thanks for coming by. It's my balls on here. You know you my people. As always, much love for everyone. I want you to be the big 3, my friends. I want you healthy, happy, safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, gray man, and I'm a swivel hot and handy. I will catch you on the next one. Till then, Skal. I finished it. If I finished a beer, what does that tell you? It tells you it's not that bad. Just saying. Adios.